Hello everybody. Today we have this tool for Selenium developers that work with Java language. So it is basically convert your HTML code to Java Selenium object that has WebElement and also method. So for example, you have here in your HTML code some script and buttons and some tags. So it takes all your scripts, anything that you want, and convert it to WebElement and Selenium object. Create to you with the name and provide it to you also click method. So currently it is support find by ID and find by CSS, and also build your function, and you can custom your regex. This is important because if you want to custom search about some elements that you want to just inspect in your code, and you can read the HTML from file or you can read it from URL. Okay, so convert from HTML to Java object Selenium code. So to start that, you need to clone the project and you need to run this file. So you need to copy. We go to that file. So open terminal. So we will start the code. So I start the Ruby user console. He asked me here about the Java file name. Okay, what do you want to name that file? So I see here test web page. So that's the name I want to make my Java file. And he asked me here if I want to ignore some string. That's mean there are some string if you want to ignore in your code. So if there is something specific you want to ignore, you can add it. So you can say that maybe HTTPS or some words that you don't need it. So this will be stored in array. This is default values. Okay, you can change it or you can keep it. This is up to you. Because basically some developers write some HTTPS or some words in classes or IDs so that you don't want it in your inspect. So we'll continue. So if I want to enter some word, so I type yes or Y, and he asked me about what is the type of words or type of character or strings that I want to ignore. So for example, as I type HTTPS, okay, and comma for the next string. For example, I can blank and no space, and I think that is enough. So we have two here. And now he asked me about regex pattern, and that is useful if you want to custom your search and want to ignore some type of special characters, and that is useful also. But by default it ignores these kind of characters. So if there is some kind of characters included in class or ID, so it will ignore it. So if I want to continue with my custom pattern, I type Y or enter to ignore. So he asked me now about where is your HTML source. Is it from URL or file? So I type URL. We will see this example. We take that link and paste and click enter. So now he is creating Java class and he is finished. And now, as you can see, all the Java file or the Java element, all that HTML elements in that website converted to that Java code. I know it is too much, but you can take the something that you need and ignore the other. We see here you have three things. We have comment, and we have the element as object, and we have that method provided to you. The useful for comment, you can just copy, and if you want to inspect that in which item this will be provided, it will be useful for you to search about that in the inspector, so you know what is the element he inspect. I think that make your life easier more than you create and copy and paste another time. So this Java code is now ready to copy and paste it in your project, so there is no errors, and the code can be run, and you can just change your class name. We have here pages. Okay, so you just need to put the package pages, and now you save your time creating that elements that you want. So I know this is maybe too much, okay, but you can custom your search here, custom that something you don't want it to include, and also your special character search for regex pattern. I hope this help you at your project or at your development QA, and thank you, and see you next time.